Good Friday, late morning, social media friends and connections, local connections to myself, my co-host, and our special guest who is joining us today. My name is Bill, and in today's episode of Real Living in Bridgeport, let me bring in my co-host, Warren, into the conversation. Here we go. Hello, Warren.
Hi, Bill.
How you
Happy
doing?
holidays.
Happy holidays. I know this time of the year, every day goes so fast. Every week is like running in fifth gear. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah. So before we continue, what's changed? What's happened? What's changed for you since we last saw each other 4 weeks back?
Not too much.
Not too much.
Just probably getting sick because of the flu season's coming.
You got to get those shots, man. Flu shot, whatever,
They minimize the effect, but you still get sick a little bit, just not as bad.
Okay. Are you so since both you and I are Asian, we're Chinese, got to ask this question. Are you doing the 𝙍𝙬𝙖𝙡 stuff?
No, not at the moment. Don't have the time. Not when you have two kids running around.
Okay, which means the flu bug hit you faster than you could 𝙍𝙬 and 𝙬𝙬𝙖𝙡, right?
Yeah.
That's true. I know what you mean. You got to do that preventatively early and often. Otherwise, if you do it too late, you got to rely on Western medicine.
Right, of course.
Yeah. So let's start today's conversation, Warren, with where I want to ask you for your expert advice, your opinion as to what right now is going on with the real estate market in Bridgeport, in the greater Bridgeport, Chinatown area.
So in the Bridgeport, Chinatown area, inventory is still very low. Not a lot of activity is going on. Market has been pretty stagnant. Listings have been on the market, like the market time is still fairly high. Like not a lot of movement, like not a lot of people buying, not a lot of people selling.
Okay. All right. Would it be safe to say that for the properties that are priced well, in good to great conditions, those are going under contract normally pretty quickly as it has been over the past 12 months?
Still slightly slower than normal.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's just been like a really weird market, like this like fall, winter time.
Yeah.
It's something that we haven't really seen before.
Okay. All right. What about the rental side of your business? About the same?
Rental side, about the same. People are like slow on rental. Like before, when I posted something like 1 to 2 weeks, now it's like 2-3 weeks. Very minimum like showing, probably because it's the holiday season, I'm guessing.
Right. Yeah, the holiday season, there's always going to be that segment of our clients where they're thinking as well, do I really want to sell and buy right in the midst of the two big holidays? Why? Because maybe they're spending way too much money on those holidays, gifts and otherwise. That could be one reason. The other is, the plan and the need to move during the holidays. It can be tough.
Right, I agree, especially when it's so cold recently.
Yeah, I know. We're paying the price right now for the nice, somewhat long summer that we've enjoyed. You agree?
I agree. We had a pretty good summer this year.
Yeah. I hear you. All right. Let's now flip the conversation to this time of the year, something that I would say all of us are thinking about, either as givers or recipients. And that is, I'm going to ask you, Warren, in your opinion, what are some great gifts to give homeowners, your clients, your friends? What are some great gifts that you can think of?
Well, usually gifts, I would give like a customized cutting board, like with their
Nice.
address and name on it,
Okay.
to make it like very personal. Or sometimes I would go to like Etsy and like buy these like gifts that has like a cup, candle, and then like very customized or very personalized gifts for the clients to make it like very warm and homey.
Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. I, if you didn't share that with me, I wouldn't have guessed that you are an Etsy customer. But hey, I'm with you. I like Etsy. You find some interesting stuff there.
Right. And then it's very like local, and then they take the effort to help you customize like whatever you buy to make
Sure.
it for that customer. So which is why I like it a lot.
That's good. All right. So you're being so with how you answer that question, you're being a little bit more creative. You're doing something a lot more personalized. Now, let me ask the same question and give me this answer. What is an impractical gift that you would give to a homeowner?
Impractical gift.
A
That
stupid gift. Come on, give me a stupid gift. What would that be?
stupid gift. I mean, stuffed animal.
Okay. All right.
I don't know,
What?
stuffed animal, because like so, I mean, depending on the age of the client, some are like they're really into stuffed animal.
Okay. All right. Well, if not the adult client that you serviced, uh, their children would certainly enjoy the stuffed animal.
Right. So yeah, if it's not for them, it's like, oh, they say, oh, I don't need a gift from you. It's like, you could give something to my kids, and stuffed animals sometimes work.
Okay. All right. I believe in that. So let me answer that question for you, right? What do I believe is a practical gift for a homeowner? I think a good practical gift would be kind of like a home security system, like a Simply Safe, right?
Hmm.
Right?
Right.
Helps them kind of protect their investment that they bought with you, that they financed perhaps with me. That would be a very practical gift. So let me now go to the other extreme. What would be a stupid, impractical gift? You know what I would share with you? What about like a Christmas inflatable that they can stand outside in their front yard of, like Santa Claus, reindeer, snowman? You get it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's all about, hey, giving them something that maybe they wouldn't buy for themselves.
Right. Yeah. Something fun.
Something fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. What about this third one? This leans more practical. What about like a subscription, annual subscription to any of those streaming services, Hulu, Disney, Paramount Plus, Max? Would you enjoy that if you were a homeowner?
Uh, it really depends, because I don't watch TV that often. So like
Okay.
for me, this streaming service is just gonna go to waste.
Okay. All right. All right, I get that. So with that as the backdrop, when we bring in our guests, she's kind of known. She's kind of known as Nikki or Nikita. How many of you have watched that TV movie series? Nikita. She was this like a female heroine. Do you know what I'm talking about, Warren?
Uh, I'm not sure.
No, you gotta, buddy, you gotta Google search that because that was a pretty good film movie. She was like kick ass. She could like kill a lot of people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So again, Google search that after
Uh-huh.
today's episode. So with all of that said, yes, she's known as Nikita to some. We know her as Faye. So let's bring Faye Wu into today's episode and conversation. Hello,
Hi.
Faye.
Hi, welcome,
Hi,
Faye.
guys. How are you doing? How's the holiday? I just realized, and then Warren, you have not heard about the TV show, and then that means you're too young.
You too.
Sorry, you're too young. You're probably not the same generation as us, right?
That's right.
And then
So-
I really want to be like that, picker,
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of like lady, and then, very strong.
yeah. She was pretty kick-ass, right, Faye?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see you as the Asian version of her, especially in the insurance business. How's that?
Great. That's a good compliment. I would love it. I really wish I can kill every deal. Seriously.
There you go. Kill every day. So, Faye, now that I've brought you in today's conversation with a somewhat funny introduction, why don't you add more to that? Why don't you share with our audience, your audience, who may be watching this as a live stream or as a recording? Who are you? What is it that you do?
Yes. So I would call myself insurance nerd because I have like been insurance more than related for more 20 years. I graduate with insurance needed related major as well. I partially do like insurance underwriting, like major related to an insurance underwriting or actuarial. So that is what I can do after graduate. So I'm one of those people very happy I work as what I learned.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm. So
Um,
I have been with American families for 6 years, but everything on the industrial is over more than almost two decades. Be honest.
wow.
Yeah, almost 2 decades since I
Yeah.
got.
So
Mhm.
you've been a student from way back when of the industry and the business that you are now a producer, a driver in.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel
Uh,
lucky about that.
that's great. That's great. By the way, for those of you who are watching this as a live stream or as a recording, if you don't know who
Sorry,
Faye Wu is, let me bring up how you can contact her as part of what you're going to learn more about her as we move forward in today's conversation. So here you are. That's a great number to reach out to Faye and her team locally here in Chicago in the Chinatown Bridgeport area. So Faye, gotta ask this obvious question. I think for a lot of us consumers, whether you are driving a vehicle, whether you as a consumer are driving a vehicle, parking that vehicle in the vehicles in the home that you own, the reality right now is I cannot imagine you probably are getting calls a lot from consumer clients about, hey, Faye, why is the cost of insurance going up, right? How do you help your consumers manage this obstacle?
I would say, so yes, this is very hard market for everyone, no matter for the customer or for all the insurance company or the agent.
Right.
So the first thing, the last favorite thing, the least favorite as well is stop around to look around. But that's the worst scenario because when you stay with the carrier, you stay with the agent. The most important is you need to build up a relationship with the agent. So the agent knows you, knows your family, knows you whatever going on of your life, and then they can give you advice. But at the same time, when the customer they might be not know is they can bundle insurance. So bundle is not only for say, oh, I have like homeowner insurance and car insurance. And if your car insurance, you can have motor car discount. So that's another discount beside the home and auto motor car discount, and then also some of the company like American Family will even try to have motor product discount. So if you have a life insurance and then you have a business insurance with this company, we offer extra discount.
Okay.
Yeah, and then since we're talking about the house today, I'm just talking something related to the home. Okay, and then we can think about to increase the deductible.
Yeah.
And because lots of for the past few years, the inflation is raising super high, and then for some older policy, there have 1,000 or like one 1,500 deductible for a single house, which is worth might be 800,000 already. So at that time, you can just ask about the insurance agent how much makes a difference if you increase the deductible, and then think about like whether the deductible is under your daily level.
Okay.
And then another thing is like I heard, like Bill, you just mentioned to Warren, yes, you should buy a security camera to your customer,
Yeah.
because we do offer different discount for different type of subscription. If you have like smartphone central smartphone monitor one, we have different discount, and then you have a centralized one with a different discount. So that is really useful advance to to the realtor and to my customer.
Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah, right.
So,
And
so my practical gift idea for homeowner is actually a very valuable one, because not only is it giving them peace of mind for their emotional safety, what you're kind of telling us is it helps in maintaining or decreasing the cost of insuring that home with you.
yes,
Bingo. Hey, love those practical gift ideas. So for all of you watching us, hey, we would like a Simply Safe security system.
yes, definitely. So that's why, oh, this guy got smart, and then he know, you guys know what company, like my company, like insurance carry one. So that is really helpful and beneficial for everyone,
Yeah, I hear you.
right?
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we just heard is it's important to build a relationship with you, a provider of property casualty insurance. That is always the first step. And the second is, have that open, transparent conversation about looking at the what if. What if I increase my deductible? Does it make a difference for me? And everybody's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine some of your consumers may feel much more comfortable by having a low deductible, whereas others may say, you know what, I'm good with a much higher deductible because given what I own, I don't foresee the need to file any claims or losses, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Given your business, Faye, I see some parallels with my business. Let me explain why. Your business is all about managing risk, right?
Yes.
And my business, kind of similar, meaning what do we look at as far as risk? So when we go to qualify a buyer for mortgage money, for a loan, one of the things we absolutely look at is Mr. John Doe, Mrs. Jane Smith, where do you stand as far as credit risk? Meaning, if someone has rockstar credit, that's low risk. If they have some blemishes, that's higher risk. Do you guys do the same as well?
Yes. But it's a little bit different, because
Okay.
when we talk about the risk, we not only looking the people, we looking everywhere,
Ah,
and that's the thing. So we can get some data. I just give example. Bridgeport is very safe neighborhood.
okay.
So yeah, lots of insurance carrier like to get insurance for Bridgeport, but some of those neighborhood there are not so many.
Yeah.
Compare wise, and then they would think about, oh, insurance company say, oh, I probably like give you a different rating.
Okay.
And then yeah, and also we will look at people score. People score, they have like several different things, including have financial score. That is what we talk about, the credit score. Normally, like those credit bureau score. And then, but at the same time, we have another score we calling as the insurance score. Insurance score is depends on most likely is how is your running his like your claim history and how stable you are with the prior company. So
Okay.
that's why in the first place I would say yeah, shop around is a one option, but not lots of company like to shop like the customer to shop around because they don't think they're stable enough. And yeah, and then so that's a little bit different with the financial credit. Financial
Right.
credit, you say, oh yeah, you can keep borrow money and repay money, and then you can build up the grid score. But in the insurance is not. You keep it borrow money, sometimes that means you are not stable enough. If you keep changing, I
Yeah.
would say like yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
so what I think I'm hearing from you so far is for all of us consumers, ourselves included, our insurance score is reflective of how long of a relationship we have with a current provider, right? And also, how many claims or losses that we've asked for payout from. And is all of that data public information for all of you in the insurance industry?
No, it's not
No.
public. Is not public. So sometimes, for example, we got a customer buying a house, and then they will come to us to check because the current owner is insurance with us as well. And then
Got
we
it.
run a quote for them, and then the buyer say, why is different? I buy the same house. I'm living the same, same city, at the same street. I buy his house. His
Right.
insurance should be the same as me. And I'm pretty, age-wise, they're pretty the same, we work the same job. But in reality is, yes, unfortunately, credit have a different factor. It's lots of unknown issue. When I started with for the actuarial, we just using pilot table to put every data. There's like 1,000 data to calculate the result. And then unfortunately, no one can protect it, only the computer.
Gotcha. So your business, like my business, there's a lot of technology that drives what we do and the outcome that we provide to our clients. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Yes, you're right. Lots of
Yeah.
technology involved.
Okay. What about property types? Does that make a difference, Faye? So for example, on my side of the business, um, mortgage money on a single family home versus a condo versus a multi-unit, there will be differences. Do you see the same on your side of the business?
Yes, it is. We record the same. And then just like for example, if you're doing a condo, if you get a condo as a homeowner and
Right.
then or like as an investment, for you as a lender, you provide different like the interest rate, right? Yes,
We do.
we provide different type of insurance because
Okay.
you will be a really matter is when the claim arises.
Okay.
And then, yeah, even though the claim rep will be look at different policy type, different policy form, and then the claim rep will be, issue the payment for different claim matter.
Okay. So it's
Hmm.
it's higher risk on the same given property, whether someone lives in it, primary residence, full time, versus if they rent it out to someone. Correct?
It's, it will be different. I cannot say who is higher. Why is happen is really, back to our the prior topic. It's very depends on the person as
Got
well.
it. Okay.
Yeah. If the person used to be a homeowner and then he have a homeowner claim, it will affect the homeowner insurance in the future. But
Oh,
if he's a homeowner, he still own his property, and then but he buy another policy, another property for rental.
right.
So the factor will be much different.
Okay. Well, good to know. Good to know. Did you know that, Warren? I'm curious.
No,
No?
that's
Yeah,
why I'm just quietly listening to what Faye has to say.
I know. We're trying to extract some free advice and freebies as knowledge for ourselves. This is important stuff, right?
Right. So
Yes.
when we talk to our clients, at least in the insurance side, we have something to tell them about.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why, audience members, the reason why I reached out to Faye because we know each other. And of course, asked Faye, hey, Faye, would you be kind enough to share some time with us, with Warren and myself in this episode? It's because, let's get real. For all three of our businesses, let's start with Warren. Warren, you're all about helping clients sell and buy real estate. And you're dealing with a pretty large number, usually 6, if not 7 figures. Okay. And in what I do, which is delivering mortgage money, we of course talk about the cost of borrowing that money, aka interest rate, and therefore we talk about the mortgage payment. But guess what, audience members, the next biggest component to your affording, being able to afford the home you're going to live in or afford the investment property that you want to own, is really the cost of insuring it. And you cannot escape it because you need to protect yourself. So Faye, I'm so glad that you're sharing just enough of the secrets in your business with Warren and myself. And again, for those of you watching today's episode, let me bring up a simple way as to how you can get a hold of Faye and her team here in Chicago, Chinatown, Bridgeport area. All you need to do, simply reach out to her, ask for Nikita. No, I'm just kidding. Reach out to her at her office number that you see here. Faye, one last question as we wrap up today's episode. How can someone like Warren and myself help our clients as part of educating them? What are some 2 things that you would ask us to do for you?
Maybe the simple way is let the professional do the professional thing. So you can invite me to any workshop if you have for your customer. I would love to go. That's the most important part. And then second is, yes, you guys can stop by to my office. We do have some brochure. You can just provide to your customer, let them know a little bit about that, and then bring up the curiosity, and then ask them to call us again.
Absolutely.
So, sometimes every customer have a different needs, and then as we doing our individual job, so you can provide some workshop brochure, and also different material, or provide some different profession information, other professional information, and then ask them to talk with us. Might be the best way to help. Because the thing is, there's a lot of question or answer I did not talk about in our short sessions. Everyone have unique request, right? So that's the short.
In other words, given what you do, given what Warren does, given what I do, there's so much more that goes into getting a client from start to finish to get to their outcome. And Faye, I love how you just answered my last question, which is the best thing that you, Bill, and Warren can do for your client and for me is allow me to educate them, make the introduction, let the professional step up, and then move that conversation forward. I'm right there with you. I agree in that wholeheartedly. So as we wrap up today's episode of Real Living in Bridgeport, how can you get in touch with Warren and or myself, and eventually Faye as the dream team to help you get to the next chapter and the outcome that you want? All you need to do, audience members, is simply scan the QR codes that you see here. We will both gladly start a conversation with you, and we will together figure out how best to help you get to the outcome that you want. So as we wrap up today's conversation and episode, let me ask my music posse to play us out of today's episode. We will see all of you in 4 weeks out. Have a good day.